All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Orlando Sentinels. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Norris. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Ohio! Adams. On 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'd open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Adams. Steps away to his left. Man open. Rice. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Check.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now let's go. Blue landing.
Now Manziel. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
Check 26, check 26. Back 99 Philly, here we
Penny, a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Manziel. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Gun! Detroit! Hot!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it first and goal to go. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now Adams, operating from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Simon. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Adams now to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Manziel. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Adams looking to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. Adams. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back to throw. Adams eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Adams. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Orlando in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Adams to throw. To throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ohio! Ohio!
Adams from the gun on 3rd down. Being chased out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! No, check! Patriot! Patriot! Gun! 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 Pass!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And out Out now come the Cowboys. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
A give to Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Adams. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Switch. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Past the 20. That'll be caught by Cup. Touchdown! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he's Snead. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Now Adams on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Adams now to throw again. Flushed out right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Adams. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Back to throw now on first down. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Gun! Detroit! Gun!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. And when people celebrated, the guys who just gave up that play.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they got it.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now Scarborough, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick.
And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as